Hello there, boys and girls. It's Dr. Tatom, your principal, and today I'm making a yoga video for you, whether you're face-to-face or e-campus this year, to do during recess, during PE, or even in the evening. I've been doing yoga, well gosh, since before you were born and probably since before your parents were born too. It's just my favorite way to exercise. And this is my yoga room here at home. And you'll see there's Marco, one of my cats, and you'll probably see his sister Capri coming in the video too. So I hope you enjoy this video. I made it especially for you. You're going to need a yoga mat or a beach towel. So you're gonna start by looking down at your feet. And one of our IB learner profile attributes is being balanced. So you wanna balance the weight evenly on your feet. You don't want to be rolled out too far on the outside of your feet or inside or leaning to the front or leaning to the back. So you want to be well balanced while you're standing. And then you're going to take your arms up and lift up with your heart and your eyes. Stretch up with your fingers. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, turn your hands down. Inhale up. And you're going to cross your left arm on top of your right arm. Lift your elbows up. Bend down in your legs. And take your left heel up and maybe bring your foot up and over. This is eagle pose. And if you want to slowly unwind and let your eagle fly, you can let your eagle fly forward. And then we'll do that on the other side. Inhale up. This time right arm on top of your left arm. Lift your elbows up to stretch in between your shoulders. Bend down in your legs. And right heel up. Bring your leg up and over. And if you want to let your eagle fly, you don't have to. This is another great pose to work your balance. And release. Inhale up, and you're going to hold on to your right wrist, growing tall. Deep breath in, and side stretch over to the left. And come to the center. Hold on to your other wrist, deep breath in, growing up, and side stretch over. And come back to the center. Release your arms. And inhale up, arms up halfway. Take your left ear over to your left shoulder, stretching through your neck. Look down at the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Come to the center. Take your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching over the other side, looking down, looking up, and come to the center. You're going to take your left hand over to your right ear and gently guide your head over while you let your right shoulder slide down. It's a nice stretch for your neck and your shoulders. Come back to the center. Take your other hand to your other ear, gently guide your head over, and drop your shoulder down. Good. Come back to the center, roll your shoulders back a couple times. And roll your shoulders forward a couple times. Good. Now we're going to come over to the wall, and you're going to take your left foot up in a tree pose. Maybe take your left arm up. And maybe take your arm up and off the wall. Again, another pose to work your balance. Our learner profile attribute for August and September. Good, now we can try this on the other side. So I'm going to turn around this way. This is how you're going to do it. But so you can see me, I'm just going to do the other leg here. So your right leg will be up. And then you'll work your arms up and off the wall. And release. Good, so that's tree pose. So now we're gonna work on some warrior poses. So let's inhale up. And exhale down, reach down for the floor. This is a nice forward fold, letting your head dangle down. And then you're gonna lift your head up and take your left foot back, and it'll be back at a 45-degree angle, just kicked out a little bit, and then coming up. This is warrior one, and you'll bend down in your legs, lift up with your heart and your eyes, and think about what a strong warrior you are. And then you'll bring your hands down, And you'll take your right leg back into a plank pose, and then you're going to stretch down to the bottom of your mat and lift up into upward dog. And roll your toes under. And this is downward dog. This is one of the most popular poses in yoga. And in all of the animal poses, I know little ones like to make the sounds of the animals. So if you want to bark like a dog in downward dog pose, you can go for it. And now you're going to take your other foot in front, round through your heel, and lift up for warrior on the other side. And then bring your hands down and take a big step with your back leg to the front. Let your head relax down. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up. And we're gonna start that sequence again and do a little more in between. Inhale up. And exhale down. Taking your right leg back again. And come up into warrior one. Now you're gonna open to the side into warrior two, looking over your left knee. And you're gonna drop your elbow towards your knee and stretch all the way the right side of your body. From the tips of your fingers down to your feet, a nice stretch. And then bring your arms out to the side, turn your palm up and stretch behind you. And then bring your hands all the way around and down to the mat. Plank it out. And come into upward dog, lift up. Roll your toes under, exhale, and we're back in downward dog. Take a couple breaths there. Look at your feet to make sure that you are balancing the weight evenly on your feet again. And then you're going to take your right foot forward and come into warrior one again. And open to warrior two, looking over your shoulder. Drop your elbow to your knee, stretching out. All the way down to your foot and all the way up to your tops of your fingers. And arms out to the side. Turn your palm up, stretch behind you. And then bring your hands all the way around, take a big step in. Release your head down and stretch. Bending poses, forward fold poses are really nice if you're having a headache. They help you to stay grounded and stay centered. Helps circulate the blood through your body. And then bring your hands to your hips to come up. And we've got a couple more fun things to do there. Inhale up. Exhale down. And we'll take our right leg back again. Warrior one and warrior two. Now this time you're gonna straighten your front leg. You'll bring your thumb right over by your hip and you're gonna look at your right thumb and start to bend over, letting your left arm journey down your leg into triangle pose. And you'll start to make a circle with your top arm, bring it down. Reach all the way around and up and over. And then if you want to try a really hard pose, you're going to bend your front leg, put all the weight here, and you're going to start reaching for the ground. And this pose is called half moon pose. And for those of you that are very flexible, you can start reaching for your ankle. And that's called dancer's half moon pose. And kick it out. And come down. Back to the center. Both hands down. Plank it out. And lifting up into upward dog. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, roll your toes under. And downward dog. Stretching through your fingers. Stretching through your toes. And don't forget to breathe. And now we're gonna take your right foot forward, left foot back, and we're gonna do all that on the other side. Let's see if you can remember. Warrior 1 first, then warrior 2, look over your shoulder. You're gonna straighten your front leg, bring your thumb over by your hip and start to look at your left thumb and stretching over, let your arm come down your leg. Make a circle with your top arm, all the way around and up and over. Coming back to the center in your warrior 2, and you're gonna put all the weight over here on your front leg and reach down for the floor. Into half moon pose. And then reach for your ankle. In the dancer's half moon pose. And kick it out. Now you're gonna come all the way down, put your hand down, put your foot down. And then relax down. If you want to, you can hold on to your elbows and you should feel another nice stretch into your shoulders, releasing your neck. And then you're gonna bend your legs and reach up for a chair pose. And then come down, all the way down. Just like that. Now for the next pose, you're gonna keep your knees bent and you're going to reach your hands behind you and you're gonna push down into your feet and into your hands and lift up. And if you want to stretch through your neck, you can let your head relax back. And then you're gonna bring your chin up to your chest, let your bottom fall down, and then slowly roll down on your elbows and roll down on your mat. The next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take your left foot up and you're gonna stretch through your ankle. Do some little circles going in one direction, little circles going in the other direction. You're gonna cross your leg and hold on to the back of your leg to pull your knees in. That stretches through the outside of your leg and in your hip. And then bring both of your feet down. Take your right foot up this time and do a few little circles, stretching through your ankle. And then going in the other direction. Cross your leg, bring your knees in. And relax your feet down. We'll go up into a bridge pose. So you're gonna lift your hips up and you can roll your shoulders under like this. And breathe. And come down. And if you're really flexible, you can try a wheel pose. For a wheel pose, you put your hands by your ears and you push down in your feet and your hands and you pop up. And then come down. And then you can roll right on up like this. Now I'll fix my hair for a minute. Okay. Next, you're gonna wanna be on your hands and your knees. And you're gonna lift your heart and your eyes, take a deep breath in. This is cow pose, so you can moo like a cow if you want. And then exhale and round your spine like a Halloween cat. And let's try that a few times. Inhale up into cow pose. And round your spine like a Halloween cat. And one more time, inhale up. And exhale, round. And then push up into downward dog again. And the next pose is called pigeon pose. So you're gonna bring your left knee in kind of towards your face. And then you're gonna cross your leg over and walk the other foot back. And this is pigeon pose. And if you're really flexible, you can try and come down on your elbows. You can come down even more, straighten your arms out. And walk it back in. Come back into tabletop pose. Roll your toes under for a downward dog. And then you can bring your right knee in and cross your leg through into pigeon pose on the other side. Come down on your elbows if you want. And if you want to walk it down further, you can walk it down further. And coming up. And you can just kind of swing that leg around. And you can connect your feet together and open your knees. Take a deep breath in, lift up with your heart and your eyes. And then you can exhale and start to stretch forward without over rounding your back. So you want your back to be nice and straight. And take another breath in and see if you can stretch forward a little bit more. And another breath in. And stretch forward a little bit more. And then stretch your legs out to the side. You're going to take your left hand in front, your right hand behind you, and push down in your fingers to lift and twist, look behind you. And then take your hand on your knee, stretch up and over. And walk it around to the center. Now, depending on how flexible you are, this might be it. Or if you're more flexible, you can come all the way down. And the nice thing about yoga is there's always more to do. So whatever you're not ready to do yet today, it'll take you time and practice, and you can do it in the future. That's what having a growth mindset is all about. All right, let's take your right hand in front, left hand behind you, push down to lift and twist. Take a deep breath in, and take your hand on your knee, your other arm up and over. And then walk your hands around to the front and stretch as much or as little as you want. You want your toes going up to the ceiling here. And then coming all the way up. Bring your legs in front of you. Take your hands behind you and push down to lift up. Take a deep breath in, lifting up. Your toes are going up. And then you're gonna bend forward. And again, as much or as little as your body wants. If you bend forward too far, just come up some more. And then slowly coming all the way up. And the one other thing I would like to do before we get into a relaxation pose is I would like to show you a shoulder stand pose. So for kids, this is a very easy pose. For adults, you probably haven't done this pose in quite a while. So for kids, you just kind of roll back like you're rolling a ball and take your feet up to the sky. And shoulder stand pose is good for any time you're worried about something or you're thinking about something too much, any kind of stress or anxiousness. And shoulder stand is that great pose to calm your central nervous system. So let me practice for you. So you're gonna roll back and take your feet up, and you'll hold on to your back like that. Shoulder stand. For some kids, it's really easy. They can let their feet come up and over their head. And for some people, not yet. It takes a lot of practice. Like I said, I've been doing this since before you were born. And I see Marco's coming in to say hello too. So let's come out of shoulder stand when you're ready. And we'll do a couple twisting poses. Twisting poses are good for digestion. So it's really good to help you digest your food and help your body work your digestive system correctly. So you're going to stretch your arms out to the side, and you're going to take your knees in, and you're going to take your knees over to the left, and hopefully you don't have one of your pets right there. So take your knees over to the left, and then you're going to twist And look over at your right hand and breathe into your lower belly. And you'll feel a nice stretch in your lower belly where all of your intestines are. And come back to the center. You can rock a little bit from side to side. And then letting your knees fall over to the right. And twist, look over to the left. Breathing down into your belly. And then slowly coming all the way up. And the last pose in yoga is called relaxation pose, or the fancy Sanskrit word for that is shavasana. So you lay out on the mat with your hands facing up, and you let your feet roll out to the side like Mary Poppins. And now there's nothing left to do. Just breathe. If your mind starts to wander, focus on the positive aspects of your day today. All the things that you enjoyed about your day. Because in life, we always get more of what we focus on. So the more you focus on the things you enjoy, the more they will keep showing up in your life. Tomorrow and the next day. Bring your awareness to how you're breathing. Notice your breathing is slowing down as you relax. And when you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then you're going to take your fingertips to the top of your head, and like you're shampooing your hair, you're going to massage all the way around your head. Give yourself a nice little head massage. And then you can take your index finger, that's your first finger, and take it behind your ears, and then take your thumbs and rub all the way around your ears. That gives your immune system a nice boost. And then take all of your fingertips and give yourself a little rub around your cheeks and your jaw, alongside your nose. If you got a stuffy nose, sometimes that feels good. Don't forget your forehead. And then you'll feel this two little grooves on the side of your head. Those are called your temples. It's nice to make little circles in your temples. And then you're going to trace around your eyebrows and all the way under your eyes. It always feels good. And then you're going to roll over to your left side and give yourself a hug and a pat on the back, thanking yourself for making time to exercise and do some yoga with your principal today. And then you're going to sit up at the front of your mat, your legs crossed and your hands in front of your heart. And then you're going to open up your chest. And I want you to create vibrations in your chest to clear out any congestion there. So we're going to say the word awesome, because you are awesome. And when you get to the M sound in awesome, you're going to feel those vibrations in your chest. So let's take a deep breath in and say, I am awesome. Good, and then gently, you're going to put your hands by your neck so you can feel the vibrations in your neck. So if you're ever having a cough or a sore throat, you can do the same thing and say, I am awesome. Good, and then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to put your hands over your face. So if you have a stuffy nose, or sometimes if you're having an ear problem, you can say the word awesome and clear out the congestion in your sinuses. So here we go. I am awesome. And to open your eyes again and repeat after me. My family loves me. My teacher loves me. My friends love me. And my principal loves me. And if you need a good story to read tonight, I found the author reading this book, I Am Yoga. I got this book as a present, and guess what? It's an AR book. It's a 1.5 AR book, and the quiz number is 176958. So I hope you enjoy this book, I Am Yoga.